That was me in 2024 for 6 months, and this is me right now. I lost more than 45 kgs in 6 months without even entering a gym. If you are also one of them who thinks that gym is everything, if you are one of them who think that entering a gym will make you healthy, stay with me for the next 8 minutes because what I'm about to tell you will help you a lot. Let me burst the biggest myth of the Indian fitness industry. Or people think that going to gym will make you healthy. People think that entering the gym doing workouts will automatically make you healthy. Let me tell you something. I went to the gym for 6 months. I had everything in my gym. I used to do every workout. I used to follow every diet. I used to do everything that I could do to make myself healthy. For 6 months, I was following this. But then at the dinner table, I used to undo everything. People don't understand this basic thing. Diet is the 80% of your health. Gym only addresses the rest 20%, which is the workout. If you don't follow a good diet, if you don't follow a good meal, whatever gym you do, whatever workout you do, it will still be a waste of time. Now let's start with the movement, because this is the part almost everyone overcomplicates. Let me clarify something very seriously. Movement, it is never about intensity. It is always about consistency. If a person is moving every day for 30 days, he or she will beat a person moving for 3 days a week for 30 days. Because he has or she has consistency over anything. And you, my friend, will be that consistent person. Not someone who trains for 3 days per week, but someone who trains every day for 30 days. That will be your changing. Now, what I used to do? Well, did I used to do anything hard? No, it is very easy. First 2 weeks. Initially, when I started my movement, I used to walk for only 30 to 40 minutes. There was just one thing, that I will walk, I will not stop no matter what. Just 30 to 40 minutes continuous walking. Whether it is brisk walking or normal walking, it's upon you. It's upon your pace. Your body will eventually adjust. From the 3rd week till the 5th week, I used to add jogging in my walks. I used to walk for 10 minutes, then I used to jog for 4 minutes. Now again, don't ever think about the pace. Just think about consistency. From the 6th week onwards, my body started asking for it. It is because it was getting eventually habitual for that. But I had one simple rule for my movements, and the rule was that never ever eat before you move. What I used to do is I used to wake up in the morning, then I used to do exercises, and then I used to do breakfast. That was my thing, that was my one and only rule. Now we move to the food system that I used to follow so that we can understand this more on a depth and in a good level. Now, my friend, I'll tell you about the food system that I used to follow. Look, when I was fat, what I used to do is I used to eat tons and tons of rice. Hypothetically, but when it came to real food, I used to eat more than 1 kg of raw uncooked rice. And now imagine how much it will become when it is cooked. So what I did to that? I switched to rotis. I stopped eating rice because for me rice was eventually very hard to portion. I used to eat a mountain of rice and then I used to know that, oh my god, I have eaten more than 500 grams. So that was my thing. What I did here was I used to follow a rule, the 1/3 rule. It is very simple. Whatever you eat, cut it to 1/3. Now this rule has several benefits. The first benefit of this rule is you will never need a calorie counter app. Second, your body will not feel that you are in a calorie deficit. Your body will not, crave for more because you are eventually following this thing to reduce your quantity. 1/3 rule does not mean that you will reduce the quantity to 1/3 instantly, but gradually. Now we move to the next section of this video. Now I would also like myself to put a light on this rule of mine again, the 7 p.m. rule. What I used to do. It is very easy. You just have to, have your last meal of the day by 7 p.m. in the evening. That is it. Now there is a reason to it. Well, our body, it has a fat burning phase. When you are on an intermittent fasting, it is on a fat burning phase at a point. Alright. Now I will never suggest you to be on an intermittent fasting because it is not required or it is not necessary when it comes to fat burning or weight loss. Do this instead, that instead of intermittent fasting, you should eat your dinner by 7 p.m. Now what happens that if you are having your breakfast next day at 8 a.m. in the morning, 9 a.m. in the morning or 7 a.m. in the morning as well, there will be a 12-hour gap. Now convert that with the workouts. Your body will burn fat as much as it can. That is gonna help you. That was my rule when I used to have dinner, because If you eat dinner by 10 p.m. or if you eat dinner by 9 p.m. and sleep by 11 p.m., your body will only have 2 hours to digest the food. It will never enter the fat burning phase. But if you eat the dinner by 7 p.m. and sleep at 11 p.m., your body will have 4 hours before sleeping to digest your food. In that way, after that, when you sleep, your body can burn fat. Now let me tell you something very brutal. The first 10 days of your system, the first 10 days of your routine might help you, but for most of the people it will not. Now when I said this, many people would think like I should leave the video. Now let me tell you why. Because the first 10 days for everyone is different. Everybody has a different body, everybody has different metabolisms, everybody has different mindsets. If I have a good metabolism, if my body has good metabolism, it will burn fat in no time. But if my metabolism is not so good, or it is below average, it will not help me burn fat the fastest. So what we can do is, should we frustrate? No. Instead, we should focus on doing our workouts, fixing our diet, doing our movement every day consistently, because consistency beats intensity every day. If you are seeing that for the first 2 days the scale did move, but then after the third day till the fifth day scale is not moving, never ever increase your intensity. You should focus only on consistency. Maybe the scale won't move on third day. Maybe it will not move on fifth day as well. It will not move on 10th day as well. But there will be a time the scale will have to move. Not because you did workout, not because you did follow a diet, but because you stayed fucking consistent. Now I'm going to talk about the common 3 mistakes that people make. The first mistake, replacing diet with supplements. Yeah, this is a very basic and very common mistake that people make. They think that I should replace my diet with protein supplements, vitamin supplements, but that is not the factor which will make you healthy. Instead of replacing food with supplements, focus on high quality food. Focus on something that will actually benefit your body, because medicine in the end is medicine. Second mistake that people make, they confuse one thing, intensity with consistency. As I said, there is a saying that I don't fear the man who knows 100 punches, but I fear the man who has practiced one punch 100 times. I want you to be the second person. You should focus on every aspect of fitness, whether it is mental fitness, whether it is, nutrition fitness, whether it is physical fitness. Everything sums up to your dream body, everything sums up to your dream health. So this was my whole video. Now let me tell you something very interesting. If you are watching this video, if you are you have reached till here, I have made a system, I have made an ebook and an online course about this exact weight loss problem. Where you will find it? You will find it on the Gumroad platform. You will find my 2 products there. Go check it out, check them out. If you want to purchase it, just click on the link. All right, buy now link, or I want this link, whatever it shows. Make yourself healthier. My course, it also comes with 4 bonuses. You will know about that when you purchase it, or when you look at the description of the course. See you in the next video. Subscribe this channel because I bring every kind of videos on weight loss and fitness every fucking day.